if you feel like your hair hasn't been growing, if you want to start your natural hair journey, if you want to just try new things with your hair, try find a way for your hair to grow faster, this is the video for you. Can I tell you something for what it's worth? If your hair is black on nothing, take you there. Okay, so today I'm just going to give you a couple hair growth tips to help everyone, just anybody who wants to learn really. I think I've definitely got type 4 hair. I'm not sure if it's A, B, C, whatever. But I definitely have type 4 hair and it's all natural. I've always been natural. So I'm going to give you a few tips today on how you can get your hair to such a state. I know I don't have the longest hair, but I would say my hair is pretty long. Like, it's pretty long if you ask me. So yeah, so I'm gonna give you a few tips while I am braiding my hair into 2 French braids. I think I should be like a hair model or something, or be like a model, because I have like, you know, like really big hair. I would love to be, this is why I want to be like a natural hair influencer. I have so much hair, I need to do something with it, like, come on. Okay, so just for reference, the mirror's here, the camera's here, and my notes are here. So if I'm looking around, it's because everything's moving everywhere. But I want to start this video off with a disclaimer, right? You may see me with this big hair, and you may see a lot of other people on social media with big afros and things like that. You must take into consideration that some part of it may be genetics. Now, hold on. Some part of the reason why my hair is as big is genetics, but at the same time there's still a lot of other things you can do. But please bear in mind and don't like compare yourself and your hair to other people's, because a lot of the time it's just you guys have different genetics, and you know, your bodies and your hair is just different really. So yeah, okay, that's the first disclaimer. My first tip is to get regular trims. Like, you just, sometimes, no matter what you do, no matter how many products you use, no matter what you do, your hair will just still get those like dead ends, and it kind of just weighs your hair down, and it's like not great. Like, I've literally seen it. Like, just getting trimmed regularly is really good for your hair, and just keep it really healthy and really like just everything really. So getting regular trims definitely does help. And I've noticed that, like, when my ends start getting a bit long, it starts to get really knotty at the end, which is really annoying. I need to go get another trim, but I'm putting a protective style in, like, so it's fine. I'll get it like after I done this protective style. Actually, there's a second tip. Use protective styling. Protective styling, protective styling, protective styling. It is so important for you, if you have curly hair, to put your hair in protective styles. And like, your hair can't be always out. It just isn't healthy. If you're trying to grow, it isn't healthy to always be fiddling with your hair and doing this and the other. Yes, it's great, but I think for me it's easier, one, like just being able to have protective styling. I don't need it, such as braids, like box braids. I need to touch it for ages. It's so much easier, and it's just like, it just puts your hair away. You don't have to touch it. There's no breakage, nothing. It's just away and growing peacefully, quietly behind the scenes on your head while you're doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? So I personally like to use long-term protective styles, like box braids. Braids are my favorite. Like, braids are my favorite. They're my go-to. I would wear braids all the time if I could. But you also shouldn't not use too many, but at the same time, if between protective styles, make sure to give your hair a break. You shouldn't go from protective style to protective style to protective style constantly, one after the other. And if you do, maybe you have like a protective style break. Let your hair out, let your hair breathe, and then another protective style and things like that. Like, don't go constantly protective style, because that's when your hair will start to break, because your hair needs a break. Like, yeah, so use protective styling, but at the same time, pace it, and remember to let your hair breathe, let your hair out, and so forth. I hope this is straight. I don't even know what point my next point is to eat healthy foods and to drink a lot of water. At the end of the day, your hair is like it's still like a part of your body. Like, you know, with everything else in your body, as you're growing up, if you want to, you always taught, if you want to grow big and strong, eat your vegetables, drink your water, eat the good foods. It's the same for your hair, really. If you want your hair to grow, make sure you're eating right, because at the end of the day, it's coming out of your head, you know, so your body needs to, like, I didn't have any scientific terminology behind this, but it's, your hair is coming out of you, and you need to, like, give it, you need nutrients and vitamins to kind of speed that up, to kind of make sure your hair's coming out strong and healthy and things, so forth. So if you want to grow your hair, make sure you're eating healthy, make sure you're getting those vitamins in. Research what vitamins or supplements you can take to help your hair growth. Me personally, I don't take any, because I find that my hair grows quite fast alone. As I said, genetics. But, you know, vitamins and supplements help some people, and also on top of that, something that works for other people may not work for you. So don't be discouraged if you see something somebody else is doing but it's not working for you, you know what I mean? Yeah. Your next tip is to keep your hair moisturized to reduce breakage. It's really, really important that you keep your hair moisturized as much as possible. It really all depends on your hair. My hair, that was really naughty. I don't know why my hair's so naughty. I literally just finished washing and blow drying it. I would say moisture. I do believe water can be very, very important. A lot of times people pile moisturizers and leave-in conditioners on their hair, when in reality you don't need any of that. You just need to use, like, you just need to spray your hair with water a bit, or maybe spray your hair with water and then use moisturizer, and maybe that will be more effective for you. It really just depends. But don't forget that water can be a key component when it comes to moisture. The next tip, I'm going really quickly and my hair isn't moving, like the rate I'm doing my hair at is not moving at the same pace. Okay, next tip, oh, my hand's about to get tired. Take care of your scalp. Now, ouch. For me, what I mean by this is making sure that your scalp is also moisturized, making sure that like when you wash your hair, it's bad to scratch your scalp with your fingernails. Instead, use like the pads of your fingers. So I think it's just paying attention to those little details. To keep my scalp moisturized, every time I wash my hair, I use the Dax olive oil and castor oil pomade. It looks like this. It's really good. I've been using it since I was little. Like, it's really good. It moisturizes my scalp, and after I've washed my hair, I use it every couple of days or once a week to just kind of keep my scalp moisturized. Even when I have braids in or anything, I always use it. It's really good. And yeah, you can use it daily even if you want, if your scalp tends to get dry. Next tip would be to try not to change your product too much, and to be consistent with your products that you use. With this, I really think you need to remember growth takes time. It's not going to be like, oh, you start using a new product and your hair is going to grow 5 inches in a month. Like, no, it's going to take time, and it can take months, it can take almost a year. It really just depends on your scalp, on your hair and who you are, what your hair is like, really just like how consistent you are with your routine. You can't just be like, 1 week you neglect your hair, the next week you take care of it, or 1 month you neglect it, the next you don't. You really need to be consistent with the products you use. You need to make sure you have a hair care routine. You need to make sure you're staying on top of that and you're treating your hair right. If you don't take care of your hair, you're not going to get results you want to. So really just remember to stay on top of your hair care routine and do what you need to do to make sure your hair is moisturized and is capable of growing. Make sure you're eating healthy and things like that. I would also say don't switch up your products too much. We're told a lot, like when it comes to skincare, we're told not to switch up our products too much, but I feel like in hair it can often be forgotten. One of the reasons I would say my hair is so long is because the products I use today are the same I've been using like since I was little. When you find what's right for you, just stick with it. And I found what's right for me. I haven't really tried anything else, but at the same time, what I've been using has been good. and the products I use are very much quality, so I stuck with it. I would recommend that you do the same. You find a product that is good for you, hydrating, and include like shampoos, moisturizers, conditioners, things like that, and you stick with it. Stick with it, because that's when you'll start to see results, when you're sticking with things and you're sticking with them for a long period of time. Okay, next is to try not to wash your hair too much. Honestly, I think sometimes people can overwash their hair, and when you overwash your hair and you strip off the oils, it can be very damaging to your hair. So I just really depending on you, how your hair is, if your hair gets really, if you use a lot of products, you know, don't let too much product build up, stay in your hair and things like that. If you need to wash it out, you need to wash it out. For me, I just found that washing my hair less frequently and also using less products, which kind of goes on to one of the other points, but we'll get to that, just kind of helped my hair. Me, when I say I don't wash my, it's not that I don't wash my hair, I wash my hair, but very infrequently. I know some people wash it like once a week. My hair takes too long to wash, I can't be doing that. So when it's out, I might wash it every couple of weeks. And when I mean every couple of weeks, I mean like maybe just over a month, because first of all, you have to understand, my hair isn't like, oh, my hands are getting tired. My hair isn't like straight hair that can get greasy, or even curly hair. I think some curly hair can get greasy. My hair doesn't get greasy, and neither does, if your hair's coily, it's unlikely that your hair gets greasy, because with straight hair, the oils that come from your scalp can travel down your hair strands, making it look greasy, whereas because if you have curly or coily hair, it's harder for that to happen, so it doesn't look greasy, and it isn't greasy, it doesn't get greasy because the oils from your scalp can't travel down the strands because it's too coily. Therefore, my hair doesn't really get dirty unless I put loads of products on it, and I don't really do that. So therefore, there's not really a reason for me to wash my hair, and I find this, just if there's not a need, then don't do it. Like, sometimes it's good to just be simple with your hair. Just don't do anything complex. Sometimes you don't really need to do all the extra stuff. Just be simple. Shampoo, conditioner, moisturizer, or anything else that keeps your hair moisturized. You know, just finding styles that don't really need gel and things, and don't really need lots of different products, because a lot of the time these products aren't good for you or your hair. Next tip is to, it was literally what I just said, but try not to put too much product and gel on your hair, especially your edges. Your edges are very like my arms are so tired, and your edges can be like really very fragile and sensitive, the word, can be damaged easily, really. So you need to be careful. You don't need to be doing your edges every day. I promise you look fine without your edges done. Obviously, if you want to do your edges, that's fine. I'm not saying don't do your edges, but I'm also saying you can take a break every now and again. And if you do your edges every day, me personally, if I do my edges, I come back and I put, at the end of the day, I put this on it, just to kind of give my edges that hydration so they don't like break off, because nobody wants that. And with the rest of your hair, my arms, these gels that we use and other products that you just like put on your, aren't necessarily on your hair, but use it for like styling, so like styling products, they're not good for your hair. They have a lot of chemicals in there. I'll use gel on my hair. I'm not saying don't use gel in your hair. You can use gel in your hair, but me personally, like if I just wash my hair like I just did, because I just finished washing my hair, I won't use gel on my hair straight away. It makes me feel icky. I don't like it, because then it's like I feel like my hair's dirty because it's got product in it. That's just me though. I would avoid using too much product, just because it can be damaging at times. But you know your hair better than I do, so yeah. The last point really is to use oils. I see varied views of this on my TikTok about how I'll see some people saying, oh yeah, use this oil, it helped me so much, and then I'll see other people say, don't use oils, it's bad for you, you shouldn't use oils on your hair, blah 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 blah. But I think I see it working for so many people, so I thought I would just try it. And I tend to, before I wash my hair, I tend to pre-poo my hair, which basically means I put oils on it to kind of like prevent my shampoo that I use from stripping away any oils that my hair needs. My shampoo is quite good anyway, but I just find that putting oils in my hair before I wash it, one, it makes my hairs soft and easier to detangle before I wash it, and two, it just kind of makes it softer and easier and manageable, I guess. I would recommend pre-pooing. You know, you can find lots of videos on YouTube about it. That's how I kind of did it. And you can use conditioner as a pre-poo as well, and do some research on some oils you could use. And I would actually recommend you doing some research, because I heard like some oils are not good, or some oils are better from some types of hair, like if you have high porosity or low porosity hair. So really do your research if you want to start using oils. It doesn't work for everyone. Like I said, some things that work for others may not work for you, but you know, if you try, what's the harm, you know? I would also say, if you use oils, make sure you, every couple of washes, use like a clarifying shampoo, or you use like a detox mask, so that your hair gets properly cleansed, because sometimes oils can stain even if you shampoo your hair. So just make sure like you're properly getting rid of all the build-up and not all the oils and stuff. So that is the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed. Yeah, and I hope you learned something, and I hope you can take something away from this video and you can use it, and let me know if any of it works for you. Even if you have to come back to this video in months time, let me know if it works for you. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.